There's a chair in your house that no one sits in anymore, a phone number you can't delete, a song you can't listen to, a time of day when you feel it most, that empty space where someone used to be. Maybe it's been weeks, maybe it's been years, but the missing doesn't follow a timeline, does it? People tell you to move on, to find closure, to let go. And you nod, you smile, you say you're doing better, but alone, in the quiet moments, you're still reaching for something that's not there anymore, at least not in the way it used to be. Alan Watts understood something about loss that no one talks about, not because it's complicated, but because it's so simple we miss it. And what he understood might finally let you breathe again. The story we tell ourselves. When someone leaves, whether through death, distance, or the natural endings of relationships, we say they're gone. Gone where? Gone from what? We create this story. There's here, where I am, and there's somewhere else, where they are now. And the distance between here and there is what hurts, the separation, the absence. But Watts would ask you to look more closely at what's actually happening. The illusion of separation. Think about the person you're missing right now. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture them, hear their laugh, remember something they said that changed you, feel the way they made you feel safe, or seen, or loved. Where did that memory come from? Where does it live? Not in some external place, in you. Every conversation you ever had with them, it shaped how you think. Every act of love they showed you, it shaped how you love others. Every lesson they taught you, it lives in your choices today. They didn't go somewhere. They became something in you. The real nature of loss. Here's what Watts understood. You can't lose someone who became part of you. What you're missing isn't them, it's the visible form of them. The body you could hug, the voice you could hear with your ears, the presence you could sit next to. But the essence, the love, the impact, the way they changed the shape of your soul, that's not gone. That can't be gone. It's woven into every fibre of who you are now. Part 2. Watts' deeper insight. The ocean and the wave. Watts loved to use the metaphor of the ocean and the wave. A wave rises from the ocean. It has a form, a shape, a movement, a presence you can see. Then it crashes, it dissolves back into the ocean. Did the wave disappear? Number. It returned to what it always was. Water. Ocean. The same substance, just no longer in that particular form. Applying this to your grief. The person you love rose into form. They became visible, tangible, someone you could interact with. And then, for whatever reason, death, distance, change, that form dissolved. But here's what we forget. The essence never left. They were never separate from the same source you came from. You're both expressions of the same underlying reality. Call it the universe, call it consciousness, call it God, call it life itself. You didn't lose them. You lost the ability to see them in that particular form. But the connection, that's not dependent on form, that's fundamental. What this actually means. I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like spiritual bypassing, like you're saying my grief isn't real, like I should just think differently and be fine. Number. Your grief is real. The pain of not seeing them, not hearing them, not holding them, that's real. That matters. Honor it. But Watts offers something underneath the grief, a different way to understand what's actually happening, not to make the pain go away, but to change your relationship to it. They live in how you live. Every time you show kindness to someone because they taught you kindness, they're alive. Every time you make a choice based on wisdom they shared, they're alive. Every time you love someone the way they loved you, they're alive. Not metaphorically, actually. They're not a memory you're holding on to, they're a presence you're living through. You're not remembering them, you're being what they created in you. Part 3. The practical side of this wisdom. How to hold grief differently. So what do you actually do with this understanding? 1. Stop trying to get over it. Grief isn't something to overcome, it's something to integrate. The pain you feel when you miss them. That's not weakness, that's not you not healing properly. That's love with nowhere to go but inward, and that's okay. That's how it works. You don't need to let go. You need to learn to carry them instead of feeling like you lost them. 2. Notice where they live in you. Start paying attention. What phrases do you use that they used? What values do you hold that they taught you? What ways of being in the world did they model for you? Make a list, seriously, write it down. Because of them, I laugh more easily, trust people more, stand up for myself, love nature, value honesty, whatever it is for you. That list, that's not a memorial. That's proof they're still here. 3. Speak to them differently. Instead of "I miss you," which emphasizes absence, try "Thank you for living in me. I felt you today when you're with me in this." I'm not saying you have to do this, just that some people find it shifts the energy from loss to continuity. 4. Let the form go, keep the essence. You don't have to keep their room exactly as it was. You don't have to avoid all the places you went together. You don't have to refuse to be happy again. Letting go of the form isn't letting go of them. You can rearrange the room and feel their love. You can visit those places and feel them there. You can laugh again and honor what they gave you. The form changes, the essence remains, always. Letting go of the form isn't letting go of them. You can rearrange the room and feel their love. You can visit those places and feel them there. You can laugh again and honor what they gave you. The form changes, the essence remains, always. 5. Live as their continuation. This is the most powerful shift. You're not left behind while they moved on. You're the continuation of their story. Every day you live with the love they gave you, with the lessons they taught you, with the impact they had on you. You're keeping them alive in the most real way possible, not as a burden, not as a pressure, but as a gift. What would they want you to do with the life you have, with the love they poured into you, with the time you still have here? Live it fully, in their honor, as their legacy. Part 4. The deepest truth. What Watts really wanted you to see. Here's the thing Watts spent his whole life trying to point at. You and the person you love were never really separate. Not in some abstract, we're all one, spiritual cliché way, but in a very real sense. You're both expressions of the same life force, the same consciousness looking out through different eyes, the same universe experiencing itself in different forms. When they died or left, the form changed, but the underlying what they really were, that didn't go anywhere, because it's the same thing you really are. The recognition. Sometimes, when you really miss them, you might feel this strange thing. You'll be doing something ordinary, making coffee, watching the sunset, hearing a song, and suddenly you'll feel them, not as a ghost, not as imagination, but as a presence, a knowing, a warmth. That's not your mind playing tricks, that's not wishful thinking, that's recognition. You're recognizing the truth underneath the forms. They're not in some distant heaven, they're not trapped in the past, they're here in a way that doesn't require the form you use to interact with. What death doesn't touch. Watts would say, death touches the body, it doesn't touch what was looking through those eyes. Consciousness doesn't die, awareness doesn't die, love doesn't die. The form through which those things express themselves, that changes. But the essence, you can't destroy what was never born. You can't lose what was never separate from you. So if you're missing someone right now, whether it's been 3 days or 30 years, here's what I want you to know. You're not broken for still feeling this. The missing is part of the loving, and love doesn't end just because form changes. They're not watching over you from somewhere else. They're alive in you, in how you laugh, how you love, how you choose, how you live. You didn't lose them, you're carrying them. And that's not a burden, that's a gift. That's intimacy that transcends form. The empty chair by the window? It's not empty. It's full of everything they poured into you. The silence where their voice used to be. Listen more closely. You can hear it in your own words when you're being your best self. The absence you feel, look closer. Its presence in a different form. You were never separate. You'll never be apart. The form changed. The love didn't. And as long as you're here, living with what they gave you, loving the way they taught you, being the person they helped you become, they're alive, not in memory, in you, as you. through you. That's not poetry. That's not metaphor. According to Alan Watts, and maybe according to the deepest truth of reality itself, that's just how it actually works. If this helped you hold your grief a little differently, I'd love to know. Drop a comment. Who are you carrying with you? You don't have to share details. Just a name, or someone I love, or even just a heart emoji. Let's create a space where we honor the people who live on through us. Subscribe if you want more of this philosophy that actually meets you in your real, messy, beautiful human experience. And if you know someone who's missing someone right now, share this with them, not to fix their pain, but to sit with them in it and maybe offer a different way to hold it. Thank you for trusting me with your grief, for letting me into this tender space. The people you love are lucky to be carried by you.